It was a rainy, quiet night. The streets were empty, and the only sound was a Jan's footsteps and the soft sobs escaping her. She was a totally in the rainy water, but she cared less about that. The only thing was repeating in her mind was the doctor's words. We need to do the operation of your mother in 24 hours. From where I am going to bring the money for operation? Jan whispered to herself. They are poor, barely able to get 3 times meal in a day. She was walking, looking down, but then suddenly a black car come in front of her. A man in black suit come out. Hey you, will you? With my boss, Jan clenched her fist. She go towards that man and gave him a. The other man come and point his on her head, but it didn't scare Jan. Jan angry. I am not that type of girl. She said and put the aside from her head like it's nothing. The man was going to grab her arm, but the man in black suit stopped him. Leave her, Taehyung, let her go. But Jimin, she slap you right now. Yan started to walk away from there. My boss will give you 10 million won for one night. Yan held on her spot. The image of her mother smiling came in front of her. Are you telling the truth? Jimin nodded. Yan gulped down the lump before speaking. I will, with him. Jimin opened the car door for her. Yan get in with heavy steps. Jungkook was sitting on the sofa, drinking his with a few buttons open of his shirt. Just then, Yan and Jimin walked in. Jungkook did not look up until Jimin spoke. Boss, she is here. Jungkook's heart skipped a bit when he looked at Yan. His breath hit in his throat, seeing her in soaking in clothes. Without his acknowledge, Jungkook shook hands, thinking someone else saw her like this, looking so beautiful yet. Get out, Jimin. Jimin bowed and left the place. Jungkook put his down and walked towards Yan, who is standing there with her crazy heartbeat. Jungkook stood tall in front of her little figure. He bent down to her level and her jaw. Yan whole shuddered at the. She closed her eyes, letting him do whatever he wants. Jungkook gritted his mouth after he was done. Jungkook makes so sweet. I cannot wait to behold. If one of his men would see Jungkook talking with Yan like this, their existence, because Jungkook is not someone who talks with the woman he. Meanwhile, Yan controlled her sobs because she never thought she was going to give herself to a man who don't love her. But fate have a different plan. Yan exhaled and spoke. Can we do it fast? I need to go. Jungkook's make widened hearing her. He sat and picked up the yarn in his arm. Yan barely get a time to register what just happened. Jungkook kicked open the door by his leg and entered in. He put the yarn down and sat on the bed. Your money, you can take it after doing your work. Yan glanced at the briefcase, which is filled with money. Do you know what you have to do? Yan nodded. Then he gave an order and leaned slightly. Yan hesitated, but she chose for her mom, the woman who raised them after her dad divorced her, and leave them alone in the world. Yan get up from the bed holding a duvet to her. She get down from the bed with her trembling legs because of the she wore her and took the breakfast and go towards the door. But something made her look back at Jungkook, who is sleeping peacefully. Yan whispered, I hope we never meet again. A lone tear fell from her eyes before she walked away. But fate has already decided something else for her. Next morning, Jungkook woke up, but suddenly his eyes wide open. He sat up on the bed and looked at his surroundings, searching for someone. Yan. He looked at the sofa. The briefcase was gone. Means she was also gone. How the she dared to leave? He cursed, running a hand through his hair, and immediately wore a sweatpants and got downstairs. Mark Jaehyun, Jungkook shouted, his voice echoing in the whole mansion. His security guard Mark and Jaehyun come running inside, but as soon as they come in front of him, Jungkook took the and put it inside the Mark mouth, making him scared to his. Jungkook angry, how the you let that girl left the mansion without my permission? Mark was shaking in fear. Who gave you the power to give orders around? Jungkook was shaking in anger. They never saw their boss this much angry. Jungkook pulled the ready to enter Mark, but Jungkook, what are you doing? Jimin come and push the Jungkook. You go, Mark. Mark and Jaehyun nodded and practically ran away from there. What's the problem, Jungkook? Were you going to our own man? They let that girl to leave the mansion. She left just how other women left the mansion after their work. So what's the problem in that? Jungkook became silent because it's true. Jungkook mumbling, I don't know. Jimin shook his head. You are unbelievable, Cook. Go and freshen up. Jungkook did not say anything, just go down upstairs in his own thoughts. Jungkook was sitting in his office playing with the pen, and his mind was not in the work, but somewhere far in someone's memory. He sighed and leaned on his chair, closing his eyes. The image of Yan flashed. Jungkook point of view, I hate that girl so much for making me restless for her. I don't know what is happening to me, but I need to see her. She was looking beneath me, covered in my. I cannot forget her soft red dress. It's not been a 24 hours, and I am already addicted to her voice, smell, and her. I am her the first man who. Author point of view. Jungkook was on his own thoughts when he had a knock on the door. Mark, come in, getting a permission. Boss, the details you ask about that woman. Jungkook impatiently stand up from his chair and took the file from Mark's hand. He told Mark to leave and sit back on his chair. He opened the file and started to read it. Name Minyan, age 23, work in cafe as a waitress, a college student. Live with her mother. Her dad left them when she was a 5 year old. Jungkook closed the file after reading. It's time to meet with my addiction again. Jungkook said and smirked. Yan come to her home after spending a time with her mom. When she reached to the door, she saw a big box placed in front of the door. There was a stick note on the box for you, Yan. Yan's frowned because no one sent them a gift. So who sent this gift? She placed the box and removed the scarf from her neck, which is a covered in given by Jungkook. Yan thought for some time to open the box or not, but then she decided to open. When she opened the box, there was a placed a red dress with a jewelry box. The dress was a silky, tight, beautiful, expensive, and a Bulgari serpentine necklace. It looked like a snake whispering a sense into her ears. She stared at it like it was a poison. Then she opened the note stick to the box. The writing was a sharp and elegant. You look like a most beautiful angel when you were me soft shivering. I could not control myself. I wonder how you'll look when I will. This time with that necklace wrapped around your neck. JJK. Jan's hands covered her mouth. She wanted to scream or yell, but nothing is coming from her mouth. Only the sobs escape from her. Jan sobbing, why is he doing this to me? Jan tried to calm herself down. Jan's point of view, he gave me money and in return I gave him what he wanted. So now why is he behaving like this? Whatever is the reason, I'm not going to with him another time. I did one time just for my mom. Yan packed her mom's clothes and was ready to go to the hospital when someone pressed the doorbell of her home. She opened the door, a small smile spread on her, seeing the person, but soon that smile turned into gasps when he hugged her. Mingyu, why are you not coming to college for a few days? Mingyu said, not breaking the hug. Yan gently pushed him, breaking the hug. Mingyu embarrassed. I'm sorry, Yan Avkat. It's okay. Mingyu is Yan's friend. They both meet in the college and eventually became a friends. Come inside. Mingyu nodded and walked in. He sit on the couch. Where is Auntie? Mingyu said, looking around. Yan Lovis. She's admitted in the hospital. Hospital? Is she okay? What happened to her? Yeah, she's okay now. But what happened to her, Yan? He said with a concern. She had gone under heart transplantation, but now everything is okay. This is a big thing, Yan, and you did not even tell me. I just did not wanted to trouble you. You shook his head in disbelief. What's the point of me here if I cannot help you in your bad time? I know Minkyuchi will never hesitate to help me, so don't blame yourself. You are so strong, Yan, Minky said and held her palm in his hand. Yan smiled and gave a nod. Can I come in, little angel? Yan and Minky looked at the door. Yan eyes widened, seeing a Jungkook standing at the door, holding a flower bouquet. But his jaw was a clenched, eyes burning into Yan's soul.